the will of the world in his hands, of rubies and diamonds, of silver and gold. His coffers are full. He has riches untold. I'm a child of the King.
Yes.
A child of the King, with Jesus my Savior. I'm a child of the King. Many, many years ago, back in the days of slavery, there lived a man in this community. He had more land, he had more money, he had more slaves. He had more of everything. He was the richest man in this community. One morning he saddled up his big white horse and he began to ride out across the plains just to check everything out, just like a boss man would do. That morning he heard some of the sweetest music he'd ever heard in his life. Now this rich man had an old Negro slave, and his name was Mose. He rode over to where this music was coming from, and old Mose, he was down on his hands and knees, pulling the weeds out from the garden, and he was singing something like this. My father's own son, the Savior of men, once wandered on earth as the poorest of them, but now he is pleading my pardon on high, that I can be his when he comes by and by.
Yes.
I'm a child of the King.
Yep.
A child of the King, with Jesus my Savior. I'm a child of the King. The rich man, he looked down at old Mose. He said, Mose, how in the world can you sing, I'm a child of the King? Why, you have nothing. The clothes on your back, the food you eat, it all comes from me. Yet you can sing, I'm a child of the King.
Amen.
He said, Mose, I just don't understand. Mose just looked up at him and he said, I once was an outcast, a stranger on earth, a sinner by choice, and an alien by birth. But I've been adopted, my name written down. I'm an heir to a mansion, a robe and a crown. I'm a child of the King, a child of the King.
Bless him.
With Jesus my Savior, I'm a child of the King. The rich man rode on off that day. He was confused, as many people are today. But everywhere he went, everything he did that day, in the back of his mind, he couldn't get away from, I'm a child of the King. I'm a child of the King. Man, he just couldn't believe Moses would sing, I'm a child of the King. He went home. He got ready for bed that night. Sometime in the morning, he had a dream, and his dream went something like this. At 6 o'clock today, the richest man in this county is going to die. Hey, that fit his description. He had more money, more land, more slaves, more of everything. He was the richest man in this community. He woke up very disturbed. He called all his family. He called all his friends in. You know, back in that days, they really put a lot of stock in dreams. And he told them with tears in his eyes, he said, today at 6 o'clock, I'm going to die. Oh, I can see him as he had walked the floor all day long. I can see him as the sweat would pop out on his face as the old clock rolled up to 5 o'clock. 5:30. 15 minutes till 6. 10 minutes till 6. 5 minutes till 6. 4, 3, 2, 1 minute till 6. Just as the clock rolled up to 6 o'clock, one of the doors burst open and his hired hand come running in. He said, Master, Master. The rich man said, what is it? He said, old Mose just died. A tent, a hut, oh,